What's going on, Falcons fans? It's time for another edition of the pregame meal. We only got a couple of more of these to go this season, but hey, man, let's go ahead and make it a good one tonight. So sit back, relax. We got you covered. If you want to tap in, I'm going to provide the link for you guys. So let's go ahead and get to it. It's the pregame. Let's. BirdCage. Well, this has been a hell of a season, as we said yet the other day when we did the show. And sitting here thinking about it, it was actually yesterday we did the show, but it feels like an eternity. But looking at what we have right now with the Falcons, this is just one of the most dangerous things that we have. Raheem Morris lost his locker room a long time ago. And the only thing you want at this point is you want the Falcons to be in a position to, how can I put it? You want them to compete. And at this point, it's very tough to compete when you have a team that's very disinterested in everything that's going on. Right now, all we can do is just shake our heads right now, like, damn, this is just one of those days. But I'm not going to sit here crying, complain because it's a new game. It's a rival. I want my lick back. Just going to be honest with you. I want my lick back. And this is a ball game that we have to have, period. It's a pride game. It's against a division rival. And when you look at the Bucks, they're going to get Mike Evans back. You still have to deal with Emeka Ibuka. And you also still have to deal with Bucky Irvin coming back too. So this is going to be one of these games where we're going to have to lean on this defense. Now, if the defense decides to play for 2 quarters and give up, hey, they're just trying to make it out of the season without any serious injuries. But I'd like to see them play tonight. I'd like to see them beat a rival that beat us earlier. That's how I'm feeling at this point. Oh, we got Nando pulling up a plate. What's going on, brother?
Man, try to get some of that birthday plate, man. Can they win for me today? Can they win for me today, or is they gonna be street booted today? That's the question.
Man, happy birthday, my guy. Appreciate you
I
coming
appreciate
through.
it. I appreciate it.
Enjoying another year around the sun. Hopefully they will give you a win. Because see, my birthday is January the 7th next month. And we play New Orleans the last game of the season, January the 4th. So at this point, I need them to go ahead. And win these rivalry games. That's what I'm looking at.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I got to put something on that logo. That's all about that logo being.
Man, here's the thing, man. And I want to give a shout out to the folks that are in the draft. That are in the chat right now. This is going to be very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. This is going to be very interesting tonight to see if these guys are actually trying to play or are they just going to collect the paycheck and put up just enough of a fight that where it doesn't look like they're throwing the game. But I still want to see Bijan still do well. I want to see this offense try to get something going. Just don't embarrass us tonight. That's all I'm saying. Just don't embarrass us tonight. That's all I'm asking at this point. How do you feel about the odds of going into this game? Baker Mayfield and these guys are coming back.
Well, I kind of feel pretty good about the defense being on the up tip about the sack production, and Baker's hurt. I mean, you don't wish injuries on nobody, but he's playing. I mean, third wheel, 3-legged horse. So I just think that I really hope that we can capitalize on that situation. And I just think that, I mean, like you were saying earlier, I just want my lick back, man. Wish I could have got the lick back with Carolina, but we couldn't. So, hey, it is what it is at this point.
And my thing is, here's my thing. I'm done talking about Raheem Morris until he's fired. There's no need to continue to keep talking about it because it's the same headlines, unless it's something said egregious in the press conference or whatnot. I'm done talking about we need to fire Raheem Morris. That's not even going to be a topic in the birdcage. I'm gonna let y'all know. If y'all want to talk about Raheem Morris, take that mess on elsewhere. See, I almost said something else.
I know. Mama watching, man. Watch what you say, boy.
I had to hit myself. I had to hit myself with the $1 Million Man soundbite just now.
Oh,
Man, I'm just sitting back, just thinking at this point. It's just it has to change. And when I say change, it has to start within the locker room. And right now, I think all these guys are just trying to get out of here safe. They can enjoy their summer, the little bit of summer that they had, the off season they have. I call it their summer because even though it's in the wintertime, they get to kind of chill because they got to start back up in the spring. So you're going to have some guys that's going to take a little time off, heal up and rest up. And, speaking of that, we're going to talk a little bit. See, we talk everything football in the pregame, man. What the hell is up with Sharon Moore? I brought this up yesterday. Everything is coming out to the light. Look, we going to talk football, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the Falcons, yes, but we have to address this because it's serious when you have a college coach that had a contract sold up or whatnot, and he literally just pissed away $14 million.
Hey, I just hope it was worth $14 million, whatever they say about the young lady or whatever, but I just hope it was worth it, bro.
How do you this is my thing. Ain't no booty worth losing $14 million. And I'm the head coach of not a regular program, of a blue blood program in college football. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let some curtail that. What's wrong with you?
It's 100,000. It's 100,000 butts in them seats every weekend for Michigan football, and you let them down like that. So I want to know what amount of accountability is he gonna have to stand on, or is he just gonna run and keep shooing and doing what he do to avoid the situation? He got to have some accountability, bro.
Well, hell, the only thing he's standing on is a mugshot right now because they gonna find a way to get their money back. They deemed it. Here's my thing. They deemed it an improper relationship with you messing with a staff member. That's like somebody messing with a chick that you work with. That's really what that is. But the difference is it's magnified because you're in a leadership role. Now, I'm noticing a little something or whatnot that's going around with a lot of coaches that look like that now. Not all, but some. No accountability. And we got it right here in Atlanta. The difference is there's no woman involved and no side piece. That's the difference.
Yeah, he ain't got no accountability about his play call and his timeouts being called.
Well, shoot. well, here's my thing. He at least should have told Sharon. I call him Joffrey Moore because there's some things or whatnot that he said that I don't agree with, but I'm keeping it. It's a family show, so I got to keep PG. But Joffrey Moore at this point says he doesn't see certain things. Well, the stuff that you say you didn't see got your black ass locked up. It's a comment. He said he don't. My thing is this. I respect everybody. I'm not one of those ones that's like that, but you have to look at the dynamics, man. You're a head coach at a blue blood program in a state that is not too friendly to us.
There you go.
And you put yourself in that type of situation. And this is what I say. Raheem Morris is in a city where he can blend in very well in this city. But the problem is he doesn't because how he stands out with foolishness.
Yep.
I get why. Here's my thing. I get why Dum Dum did what he did in Michigan. I don't feel bad for him not one bit. I'm telling you that now. You got a chance to have $14 million and you throw that away for a woman. And you threw away your family pretty much. and your wife is getting ready to tax your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the question: Can we tax Raheem Morris's bank account for the money that a lot of us have wasted on road games, the money on home games, park? Can we get some of that money back, Mr. Blank? Please.
We ain't gonna get damn penny back as fans, as people that show moral support on 44 years invested. I think I've been asked for money back. Question I've been asking all panels. Who's the worse coach? Is it Bobby Petrino or is it Raheem Morris?
Bobby Petrino, easy.
Well, it's one. He won B. Raheem Morris, he done took the cake with some stuff.
But here's the thing: Raheem stayed. That's something Bobby didn't do. Bobby left in the middle of the season.
I understand that. I understand that.
And for me, as a former player, as well as a Falcon fan, that's the ultimate betrayal. Like, you gonna sit here and watch me get my ass whipped, and you just gonna up and leave?
Hey, but Brian, think about this. We getting our ass whipped, and he's staying.
I respect him.
All he can say, we gotta find a way. All he can say is, we gotta find a way.
But here's the thing: Bobby Petrino bailed. There's a term that we used to use when I was in the military, when I was out at sea. It was called jettison. Jettison means to throw overboard. Guess what? Bobby Petrino just pretty much put himself in the jettison mode. All right, y'all losing. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, he projected his whole self and his whole family. He said, "Let's get up out of here. This ain't it."
And he thought he was gonna get that. He thought he was gonna get that Arkansas job.
Yeah, that's what he thought. Yeah, he thought he was gonna get the Arkansas job.
Listen, he getting all the karma he did to Atlanta, but the other person that deserves some karma is right out there in San Francisco right now.
That we can write another book about that story too.
Man, what's up, Ski? Man, please. Now, if you sign that dotted line, your job is to coach and figure out how to evaluate talent. Hell no.
Yeah, come on, little bro. Come on, Ski. Ski.
Listen, I'm gonna say it like Dr. Khalid Muhammad. You're not gonna pull that small time stuff on me. Go back and look at that Donahue interview that he did, and he actually said that. That's where I get that quote from. So that's my whole thing. What's up, Berto? He says, can y'all explain why they picked Raheem over the best free agent coaching last year? Easy, because it was it was a safe hire. They understood that this guy has familiarity with this franchise, and he wasn't going to rattle the cage.
Yep. The piggyback on some of that, what you just said, Ryan, they wanted a yes man. They had to have a yes man in the yacht.
I said it yesterday. I ain't gonna look. I said it yesterday. That man tap dance through stuff like Gregory Hines and get in front of the media, and he'll sit there and spin it and just turn it around, man. You know, the best way. I'm not even gonna steal Marcus. Shout out to Marcus Washington, because he was the first one to say Gregory Hines. Me, I go back to the Cosby Show, and I go back to the infamous episode with the Sandman. Challenge the legend. Raheem Morris is the Sandman. Challenge. He's willing to challenge you anytime he's willing to challenge you anytime you actually throw out statistics. And he says statistics are for losers, and he throws them out of the window, and you throw your best player under the bus. Like,
but
hell, I at least give old Joffrey Moore his credit, because he didn't throw his players under the bus even when they lost.
But it's at least a rhetorical answer to that stats off a loser. He looking at 33 and 57 after the night. It's getting worse and worse. That it just more mud keep coming on the hill. Keep coming from the hill. We looking up, and it's just more mud, man. I mean, I don't get it, but hey, we gotta live with it. You know, we support the logo. Shout out to our logo supporters. And we just got to keep it moving. It only can get better from this situation. That's all I can say.
And for me, I think tonight the way that it can get better. These guys are playing for pride. You got beat by this team last time because you guys made too many mental mistakes. They didn't beat you. You flat out beat them in the first time you played. Now Carolina whipped your ass. They whipped our ass, period, both times. But in this situation, Tampa is not a better team than us. I stand up. They're not a better team than us. And I feel like the talent that we have on this team is much better. I just think it needs to be groomed and matriculated to a point to where they can put points on the board, because my defense isn't the problem. My offense is.
Yep. The offensive special team, those are our biggest uphill battles of every game that we kick the ball off on. As long as we're under this regime.
Bradley Pinion knows. Look, Bradley Pinion knows there's some good punters coming out this year. The man trying to keep his job, because if I'm in the scouting department, I'm looking to go ahead and I'm looking to get me a young punter, just to be honest. And the reason why is he's gonna be cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be cheaper, and it's a lot of guys you can have longevity with. And at a certain point, you have to let veterans go. It's not personal; it's business. Because Bill Walsh said it the best. I want you when you're in your prime. I'm gonna let you go 2 years before you even get to the plateau. I'm gonna get something for you.
Hey, look at what he did with Joe Montana. What it did, Ronnie Lott, or shoot, Tom Bradford. Brent Jones. It was a lot of them they didn't hold on to.
He was, think about it. Ronnie Lott said to this day, I'm sorry, Charles Haley said it when he had his football life. When you let go of Joe and you let go of Ronnie, what the hell? and look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Charles Haley's one of my favorite football players. Crazy as hell. It's just what it is. But unfortunately, we had the undaunting task of seeing him twice a year for a while when he was in the NFC West, and then he went to the Cowboys and became a thorn in our side. So to me, like he said, that was when he figured out it was a business and it was no feelings in that. So to answer your question, I don't know if they hire yet another yes man. I think somebody might try to pull the wool over their eyes or whatnot, hoodwink them, make them think they're yes man, and then come in here and turn it around.
I don't think they can at this point. Cause the simple fact that you've hired so many yes men after we would say Dan Reeves.
Well, Mike Smith wasn't a yes man.
Well, no, excluding Mike Smith. Mike Smith. After the Mike Smith era, nothing been in here but yes man to coach this team. Nothing.
So for me, I'm gonna say you either get Clint Kubiak. If you don't get Clint Kubiak, you go get Brian Flores. If you don't get Brian Flores, another guy that you look at is Cliff Kingsbury.
Right.
Those are guys that I'm looking at for the head coach if you get rid of them, because a lot of these guys are just, how can I put it, man? A lot of these guys aren't going to be fan favorites, and it's just the truth. But I don't care about you being a fan favorite. You become a fan favorite when you win ball games.
There you go.
I don't need you to interview well. I don't care if the interviews come out. You're like, ugh, he just is uneducated when he has interviews. So what? Listen, I take an uneducated interview for educated wins that get me into the playoffs. Because guess what? Here's my thing. I have better arithmetic winning in the playoffs than I do standing having a press conference saying why we didn't get to the playoffs. Money goes because you get paid bonuses going into the playoffs. So at this point, I'm looking at it like this. If you're gonna be a yes man, you be a yes man to that W column. Yes, I'll take the W.
Yes, I won.
Yes, I won. Yes, this W is coming back to the win column for me. Or yes, we are going to the playoffs. That's the only yes man that need to be up in Atlanta.
Two honorable mentions to go on top of those three, which you mentioned, Ryan.
Who you got?
Offensively, to bring in the offensive guy that can train up Michael Penix, because that's our quarterback, is Mike McCarthy. He did win a ring. He got jewelry. Number 2 guy, if we're gonna stay defensively, I want Lovie Smith in here. How do you take Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl? How do you take that roster? If anybody knows football, go back and look at that Bears team and a whole roster. How do you get that roster? How do you get that to the Super Bowl? How? It's coaching.
Thomas Jones. You got Marty Booker that was a receiver. Muhsin Muhammad. Roberto God. Think about it. Muhsin Muhammad played on 2 teams that went to Super Bowls, one with the Panthers and one with the Bears. He was on. And then if you look at it, here's the other one. You had that defense that Chicago had at that point with Briggs, Urlacher, Tommy Harris, and we're working. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're working on a little something. We might be able to get Tommy Harris on the show. I'm real tight with one of his people, so we might be able to get him in here to talk a little bit about Lovie Smith and just his experiences with the NFL. But I'll say this. At this point, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of if I'm going to get a yes, man, like I said, I need a yes for the win column, and I need you to hoodwink these folks. When you do the interview, make them think you're going to kiss all the butt that's going to be around the building. And when you get that job and you announce, oh, y'all thought I was this? No, don't go down. Oh, yeah, give them a reason to say, oh, we messed up. Because guess what? They're going to have to pay you out. They can't just fire you right off the bat. I need somebody to come in here with a wolf, pretty much like a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what I need.
Right. I need that big bad wolf in here. I need that guy that's gonna be not that rah-rah guy, not nobody kissing up to Rich McKay. I don't need a yes man. I need a real guy. I don't need a car salesman in here. I don't need a guy that sells tickets. I don't need a guy that's advertising anything else but W's.
Hey, if you missed the show last night, I got a little something I'm gonna show you. If you missed the episode last night, I got a little something I did. This was just a little comedy. It's not a real series, but it's a little comedy skit that I put together for y'all. So we're gonna pay some bills and let y'all check this out. We'll be right back.
From the BirdCage LLC Productions comes a new series. Atlanta has seen dark days, dark times, and also dark days in the new building. Arthur Blank looks to find an answer. There's a new hope on the way. Can they save the Falcons season? Some say yes, many of us say no. But Arthur Blank seems to believe so. He finds a way with Find a Way Man ain't Pistol Boy. They've already damaged the season and the play of dreams of fans, but they have a chance to do it again against the Buccaneers on Thursday at 8 p.m. You know how we get down. We'll see you there. You either get red or you get left. Ghost.
And see, even with the promo, you see he messed it up at the end. So again, that's pretty much a tale of how the Falcon season went. But it's not a real series. It's just a little something I kind of put together and just had to kind of cut up with a little bit. Hopefully y'all found a little humor into that, man.
Comical but spot on, historian. Comical but spot on. We need these laughs. Every content creator, we need laughs. We got to get through this. We suffer. We crying inside, man. But I'm hurting. 44 years in, I need it. I ain't even watched the last Super Bowl run. I got fussed at. My ex-wife fussed at me. I didn't see but the first quarter. I still ain't saw that game, brother. I still ain't saw that game. I got fussed at all 3 quarters, and guess what I did the next night? I packed up and left. On everything. Damn. I packed up and I left. February 7th. That was on the 6th, right? February 7th, I packed up and left. True story.
Well, that's a shame. You could at least say goodbye.
He was on the man at the front door.
Hey, so for everybody that's tuning in, man, if you want to tap in, this is not a regular show. This is the show for the fans to come through. Nando is coming through right now, kicking it. Y'all can chop it up with me for a little bit, and we can talk Falcon football, or we can continue to talk about Sharon Morris screw up royally of $14 million messing with his side piece. That worked for him. But that's a look. it's just football season is messy this year. It's just nothing but an ongoing drama. Kirk
Man,
Cousins started that foolishness last year, and
yeah.
now you seeing that it is multiplied times 10 from college to NFL at this point. This would have been a perfect year for the Birds to do something. Hell.
I know, right? Man, I just hope they can get the right person in here, Ryan, so we can turn it all the way around. Look at all the coaches which we overlooked with that Vrabel, McDonald,
Ben Johnson,
everybody we passed up. They flourishing, they shining. But look at us with Mr. Yes Man car salesman, and we gonna find a way. Raheem Morris. Look at what we got ourselves into. We are done for juice and the newest street booty of the NFL on every Thursday. Whenever we air, it is what it is. We have to call like we see. We're gonna call spade a spade. We at the table playing cards here.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, we getting ready to, it's just one of these things, like you said, you're playing cards at the spades table. You're really seeing it from a different perspective, and it's just it just makes you change. But what we go do, I think I might have a caller coming in, man, pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? We might have a little phone call coming in. Oh, coming in. Hold up. Yes, caller, you're on the air with the historian and Nando. Let's go ahead and talk to you real quick. What's going on, Nando? Hey, historian. This is Coach Morris, man. How you doing? I kind of saw the cartoon that you had together, and it's called Pistol Boy and Find a Way Man and Pistol Boy. I did not like or find it very amusing that you had, but as a piece of comedy for your show. If you wanted some comedy, you could have just called me and asked me to come in. I could definitely handle this. Well, Coach Rob, you got to understand this, man. This is one of the things that you have caused on yourself. So at this point, it's just what it is. It's just what it is at this point. All right, you can't sit there and say that, and you cannot put us in a situation I just can't even get it out. You know what? We're just going to get better. We're going to find a way to get this win tonight, and we're going to go ahead and do what we need to do. Coach Ra, we've heard this song and dance from the time you stepped foot in the building until now. At this point, us Falcon fans are tired of what you're doing. Do you understand where I'm coming from, my brother? What do you mean? Yeah, I understand. I was here for 28. I was here for 28-3. I was on the sideline. You got to understand. I know the struggle of Ra. You don't understand the struggle. Us as Falcon fans right now, and we've been living this nightmare for years. For years. Nando, is there anything you like to say to Coach Rob? Because I'm about ready to hang up this phone and put him to the wayside. Anything you want to talk to Coach Rob about?
I'm gonna put him on to my boy. I need you to pass me your number, Rob, so I can help you. You can help him sell some more cars, man, because I think you're great at selling those cars. Stop coaching.
Well, Nando, you got to understand this, man. We have everything how we need it, and at this point, you and the historian, y'all are really messed up right now. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. We're just as good as that 2016 team. I don't know what the hell you're talking about here. We're just going to go out here and fight like hell against Tampa and get this win. My guys are getting better.
But Raheem, stats are for losers. Look at 33 and 57 after the night.
Raheem, you got to understand this, man. The one thing that you have done has sold people a bill of goods, and you've brought people like my man, the crooked deacon, John Harris, building. And at this point, you need to atone for your sins. So I'm going to turn you over to the crooked deacon himself, that he's been looking for you with a 2x4. So you go ahead and talk to John Harris, one of the biggest Falcon fans in this fan base. Hey, John, how you doing? I heard you were looking for me.
Boy, let me tell you something.
Boy,
you you about as bad as those damn commercials for drugs that we don't need. They got more side effects than they cure. I don't need. I don't need no damn Ozempic. I die from the side effects. You hawking all of that crap that you talking here. Who you think you talking to? We've been paying all this money all this time in order for us to see a team that's going to win, and y'all sitting up, you and that bunch of genetic defectives that you hired in each one of those positions. Those jokers couldn't coach a pregnant woman in Lamar's class, more or less coach a football team.
John, but you have to understand this, man. When you
ain't got to understand nothing.
No, John, this is what you got to understand. With the Falcons right now, you got to understand we're getting better, we're matriculating, and it's just going to get better for this team. It's going to get better for this team. Raheem, stop telling these lies, because this is me last Sunday on the couch watching you. Stop telling these lies. We've been catfished. Shout out to my man Wolf. Wolf said this when you got hired. I told you. You make Gregory Hines and the Sandman literally just look. Come on, man. But historian and John and Nando, we're gonna find a way. We're gonna get a win.
You need to find a way to the airport. You need to find a way downtown to the bus station. You need to find a way to the middle lane of 75 and 85 around about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll knock you out. You don't have to leave here. We'll knock you out of town.
John, I'm gonna have him find a way, because I'm gonna find a way to give them to my friends. He got a couple lots. He got plenty of cars for sale. He can help them sell those cars.
Hey, John.
He can't help us get no W's. 30 and 57 after the night.
Hey, John, I'm with you on this. Raheem's still on the line, but Raheem, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what we want to do to you. Yeah, we want to knock the hell out of you. That's what we want to do, because you know what? We need to have the football played right here. So somebody need to knock the hell out of you. Well, you know what? What historian? You know what? I don't like what you guys are talking about. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get in here with this team. We're going to get fired up and get this dub. You guys just goodbye.
No. Don't go in there with the team. Don't even go in there. Just meet them out there on the field. They don't need to talk to you.
John, he's hung up the phone. Do you see how traumatized I was? I was traumatized, John. I brought the bag back out. Look, I brought the bag back out. Do you see this?
I brought the bag out, John. You see the bag?
John, that brings back bad memories for a lot of us that used to go to Fulton County Stadium. I've been a fan since '91. I caught them when they was good. And then look, I got sold a bill of goods in 1991 and been stuck since. Think about it, John. You've been around since the team came to the city. They got 24 years into this thing.
I'm 81, 1981, the year after the group splits.
I'm a lifelong Falcons fan. You cut me open, you see that damn logo right on my chest, tattooed.
There you go.
Now I'm so glad Azar Package Store was right across the street in that lot. That's all we know. Azar Package Store right over there. Yeah, we went before the game, we went during the game, and we went after the game. We sold more liquor in there than they sold beer in there, because it was a reason. And see, you having the pregame meal here, Ryan. Are you sure you want to eat before this? Y'all sure y'all want to eat anything before this?
Yeah. Shout out to Genie too. I knew the owner. Shout out to Genie too. Shout out to Genie too, man.
Here's the crazy part about it. My grandfather told me the trick to dealing with the Falcons. Son, he said, boy, eat your food before them funky birds. He didn't say funky. I'm saying funky to, to keep it PG.
We got to be
just keep it funky. Just keep it funky.
He said get them effing birds or whatnot. He said, you eat your dinner before you watch them. He said, hold on, I got you. See, you know what the joys of this, the joys of what I got. He said, you eat your dinner before these birds play. That's the way to describe it. You can read my lips.
But the thing is, if you want to lose weight, don't eat before the Falcon game come on, and you won't have no appetite after. That'll get at least 10 pounds off of you on game day. And I already told you that they don't show these Falcons games in the old folk home and in the hospital because they will kill people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe somebody might have brought him some chicken wings from Magic City, and I bet money he probably ate the wings and left gristle on it. That man looked like he don't even know how to eat chicken.
Yeah, so he did.
Man, you know what? Now that's the quickest way. Hey, that's the quickest way to get thrown out of somebody's house. Sitting up there eating in the middle, eating chicken wings in the middle. Yeah, and trying to be sedated with it. Both pinky fingers up while you grab it.
And John, and look, and you leave meat and good skin and sauce on the outside, and you just eat the middle of it. Man, if you don't sit there and dig in and eat that chicken wing,
man, shoot, hey, the dog be mad with me when I throw some doggone bones out there because that's exactly what you get. You ain't getting all the meat belong to me.
Right.
You get the bones. Hey, how Uncle Joy said, Uncle Joy said it best on ATL the movie. This how we feel about the chicken. You just got to get it just like
I gets the booty around here. I gets the draws. I gets the booty. I gets the trim.
That's how you do it with the chicken. Dog gonna be mad.
I got a hat. Hey man, look here. That's the greatest animal God ever invented was the chicken.
And that's what the NFL team's doing to us right now because we're a national street booty every time we suit up.
Yeah, that what I'm saying. Look here. Tonight, everybody gets to see this mess.
Everybody get to see us.
Everybody gets to see this mess, man.
The NFL, man. I hate it. I'm gonna watch it with them. I watch every game if I can. If I ain't out there trying to get in my motion.
And see, this is why I wrote my song. This is why I wrote my song. Man, these people, man, folk been suffering for so long. And man, hey, I had to do something. What?
But I mean, here's the thing. This ain't a scripted show, y'all. This is just stuff that's off the cuff, or we talk about different topics or whatnot. And we talk all football related. All football. And John, I want your opinion on this, sir. If you got a chance, I got ask him to nail. John. Now about this.
Now, hey, Ryan, you're breaking up a little bit. That might be me, but go ahead, repeat that, please.
All right, I want y'all to think about this on college, but it's very similar to what Raheem is doing. So everybody knows what's going on with Sharon Moore right now. He's he's been arrested, but an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, pretty much. In other words, he was getting a little something on the side, even though he got a family. He's the head of a blue blood program, and he had $14 million guaranteed dollars. Now, John, you've beaten Ohio State, your arch rival, that's like the Saints for us. Beat them multiple. You took your first loss to them this year. Your team is bowl eligible. You get caught up in a scandal at the end of the season where you get detained right there, not too far from the school, and then you get transported elsewhere as arrested, your mugshot and everything. And better. It's so much with that story where he got this woman pregnant and she gave up a child. Pretty much, abortion. Not saying we promoting anything on here. I'm just giving y'all the gist of it. And he pretty much gave her a 55% raise to keep her quiet. A 55% raise to keep her quiet. And then she got tired of the mess. His wife then found out all this stuff. And I believe she already knew he was tipping. because he hadn't been dealing with this chick for a little bit. And the man finds out he's gonna lose his job. He speeds over to the house, threatens to take the young lady's life and take his own. Just stupid. $14 million down the drain. Whatever job you is on this point, and they not playing. They got you up out of there. Now, here's my question. If you had an opportunity to have a job that pays you $14 million, wouldn't you be as clean as a monk?
Man, look here, I can't even. I can't even describe. I can't even describe the line I would be walking, keeping that. But
think about it: $14 million gone over foolishness.
But look at it, fellas. The outline of it is, Mel Tucker got lied on. So hey, this probably Mel Tucker blessing in disguise.
But here's the thing. But he also got a settlement out of court. And remember, they threw the text messages that he had, which was ironclad evidence. The judge threw that out the courtroom. So Mel Tucker, had them folks dead to rights. Think about it. Michigan State backed off him and got quiet.
Yeah.
So again, when you look at what we have right now with a head coach that has no accountability, because again, you're seeing you're seeing a lot of coaches right now. The reason I'm bringing this up, the coaching carousel never stops, and this is one of the worst years, and that's college football and NFL football. You seeing coaches getting changed like a fat man's drawers in the summertime.
Yeah, I agree.
And this particular situation, see, I can see this man nutting up, because the way that this came crashing down, it was just like a wrecking ball taking it to a water tower. Bloom. It happened, and it happened real quick. All because 1 minute of indiscretion snowballed. And once that thing started rolling downhill, it started picking up stuff, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. You can't hold it, can't control it. Especially when it comes to, aborting children to try to keep things under wraps, having to pay blackmail, because that's exactly what it was.
Yes,
in order
right.
to keep things quiet, all of that, man, woo-wee.
I wonder what type of blackmail Raheem Morris got over this staff right now, because he's able to keep these fools here, and that's what I'm looking at. What do they have on you that you can't fire these trash coaches that's on your staff? Because if this is my thing, if Arthur Blank brings him back, you have to get rid of 2 coaches, Marquise Williams. You got to get rid of Zach Robinson at this point. And that's my whole thing.
So you better start interviewing people right now. Because you're going to have a whole new offensive system and probably some variation of the West Coast, but you're going to have something new in here next year. You may as well get your people ready to adopt it and run it, because Zach Robinson, and the crying shame about this situation is that Zach Robinson is going to be able to put on his resume, because somebody else is going to hire him. He's going to be able to put on his resume that he was an offensive coordinator for this team, the same way that Charles London did when he left here as quarterback, quote unquote, quarterback coach, and went up there to Tennessee as their offensive coordinator.
Pennis needs his new play sheet right now as he's rehabbing.
But here's my thing that most folks ain't gonna want to hear. I'm looking to bring in a quarterback to give him some competition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell he gonna be like coming off that injury. A lot of y'all gonna get mad at me, but you know what?
It's logo business. It's logo business.
It's logo business at this point. And you know what, Nando, you called me the bad guy, so you know what? I'm just gonna adopt the moniker. Here you go.
Everybody, say hello to the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You ain't got to like what I got to say. But guess what? We drafted a quarterback that had a bad injury history. And the man had to be talked out of retirement from Kalen DeBoer, your current head coach at Alabama.
There you go.
Ryan Grubb, his offensive coordinator that's with him down there. So just think about it. When you got a head coach and an OC to talk this kid out of retirement before he went to Washington and went to the Natty, they talked him out of it because he got hurt twice in Indiana.
Ryan, I don't want to say this, but at the same time, it's all gonna be mental with Penix, man. This guy might retire. He might pull a Bobby Petrino. He might pull this Bobby Petrino on us just because we are so that dysfunctional at the top of the pyramid of this logo.
But bro, I said this last night on the show, and I wasn't even I said it. When you're dealing with knee injuries, I've had 2 of them. And I can tell you up front, and I came back playing off of it. And I was a DB. I wasn't a quarterback. I was a corner in the state.
Mm-hmm.
I was always moving. So my mindset was I had to force myself to trust myself. But my mind was like, nope, I know what happened. I know that you got cut on. I know that you went through rehab. I don't trust it until I see myself get hit the first time. And even if you get hit the first time, you're still not comfortable because the first thing you do is grab and look. It's a natural reaction.
Shoot, Ryan. What was Penix's 40 time? He still wasn't taking off in the pocket when he had chances. We can go back and review the tape. He wasn't taking off when he had the chances to take off. He still was second guessing himself back there at the end.
Penix is quick, but he's not fast. And if you want to if you want to talk about fast quarterbacks, his thing before he blew his knee out in Indiana, he was running a 4.344.
Yep.
He would go back and look at the footage. He was fast like that. He had it. But when he got hurt, it played on his mind. And that's but you know what? He became a better passer of the football because of that. Now, the one thing that they did not do, and you're seeing Alabama do this with Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson actually was developed because his dad is a college coach. So his footwork and everything is there. They're not working with these quarterbacks at Alabama like that. And you see that they did Michael Penix a disservice by not really working with him on his footwork.
I'll go say, and also Ty Simpson is a starting pitcher. He can get drafted in Major League Baseball right now. He's a great pitcher.
Well, they say his back's messed up right now. We'll see how that go. But just getting back to it. What's up, John?
Now, I tore my patella tendon.
Yeah, he can get drafted. Maybe.
It's a humbling doggone feeling when you see your kneecap halfway up the top part of your leg. Okay.
John, see, you had a patella tendon. At least you didn't do what I did. I tore my ACL just like Michael Penix and tore some of my meniscus because of that.
Yeah.
My right knee, because
my brother tore his PCL and tore some of his meniscus. So
and this is
I saw the effects of what you got to come back and try to do some of that, man.
And this is what you don't understand. Depending on how your knee heals up and how it works. Some of your cartilage in that knee is permanently damaged and it goes away. You don't get it back. Now, it's ways that you can take supplements that your knee how to get stronger, and it actually can grow over time. But because of the nature of his position and his job right now and what he's doing as a quarterback, you're not going to have time to let your knee rest. It's kind of like, John, best way to describe it, it's like a brake pad. That meniscus or whatnot, it sits in between those bones, is just like shocks on a car or struts on a car. It neutralizes all the bouncing.
It absorbs the pounding that you put on your knee running and planting and even standing up. But man, with mine, and see, the thing was, that's when I finally found out why your knee hurt so bad when you bump it up against something. You bumping up that tendon up against it. because that tendon comes across the top of their kneecap, because part of my kneecap got torn too. And man, the doctor and the rehab person, man, I wanted to fight them. I wanted to fight because they put me through hell. You want to be able to play ball again? You want to be able to walk and run? This is what you got to do. Get it.
And people don't understand this. When you talk about a human knee, and I changed my major in college. Originally, I was supposed to go to school for physical therapy. I changed it because I went to the military and I couldn't do clinicals. So I worked in the physical therapy clinic for 3 years. Shout out to my boss, who we haven't had, thank God, we haven't had a whole herd of injury. But it was this year, but he does the injury report with me at night. Every once in a while him in, which he did last year, but I didn't do it this year. He's been a little busy. But you got 5 ligaments in your knee. 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People don't get it. ACL, anterior cruciate ligament, you got your PCL, your LCL, lateral collateral ligament, and then you have your medial collateral ligament, your MCL, and then you got your that holds it down. So that's 5 ligaments that hold your knee together with just meniscus tissue. And that's all you have. So just think about that. When everybody talks about how knee injuries, oh, what technology is this? Yeah, the technology is better with the surgeries, but you still have to equate for the human side of it. And the human side is what scares us about Michael Penix right now at this point.
Hey, fellas, I got a slide, fellas. I gotta get to my birthday dinner. I got some jerk lamb chops waiting on me.
Oh,
hey, enjoy those lamb chops before the Falcons try to mess up your
life. And I'm gonna watch them birds with my brother, man. So that's what I'm finna go do, man.
Hey, appreciate you, Big Nando. Happy birthday again, my guy.
All right, Nando. Take
yes,
it
sir.
easy,
My bad, John. I missed you last night. You know, I'm gonna catch you Wednesday. I got you. I know where you at.
Sir.
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yes, sir. So, John, we got a few minutes left before kickoff. I want to hear what you like to see with the Falcons tonight when it comes to what you would like to see. I already said mine, just embarrassed the city. If you lose in a fighting effort or you lose by a field goal or something, I can respect that. But don't get blowed out, not on national TV.
Well, no, I don't want to get blown out on national TV. And as far as that field goal is concerned, or a close game, I don't want to see stupid mistakes that put us in a position to lose either. You know, because with the exception of about 2-3 games this year, we've been in every game this year. We've been in it. The defense has kept us in it, kept us close, as far as this game last week was concerned, halftime, nobody had double digits. Okay. But the whole thing come crumbling down with the first play. Boy. And I mean, the damn busted and you couldn't plug it back up.
And this is the one thing I worry about with this team. And it took time to bring in the pieces that we brought in. And we got a good team. It's not like we have a bad team. We've seen bad teams through our time as Falcon fans. We really got a good football team. That means we lack depth at a lot of positions. Because think about it. When we had all those starting offensive linemen there, we were humming. When all them jokers started getting hurt and we didn't have any really good depth behind them, they couldn't carry the load. And that hurt us. And it cost us the quarterback for the year. So I'm at that point, John, where I said it last night. I got to see better development with these scouts. You don't just pick the big names in the big schools. Start getting off your ass and looking around for guys that are hungry, guys that might not be the sexiest pick, but they will come in and be a difference maker and actually pretty much keep your franchise players clean and upright. You got to have guys that are going to be nasty and dirty. This is the reason why the Dallas Cowboys are so good. Their quarterback thrives every year because they got a hell of an offensive line. Their defense is as suspect as OJ was in 94, but guess what? You got a good offensive line. And we don't really have a good offensive line that can pass block.
Yeah. Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
Okay. He set the standard. You know, and shout out to the Minnesota Vikings for being so damn gullible for them.
But trade.
Yeah, I mean, I look up here at Philadelphia. I look at Washington, and not the founding football franchises. One thing that you're going to see about every last one of them up there in the Northeast and in the central part of the country, they got big offensive lines. They got big defensive lines. All right. They used to go out there and beat each other up, did a full shift at the Ford factory or just came from war and went out and played football. I don't understand how down here in the most dominant college football conference in the world,
yep,
you are going to try to finesse your way around people when all of these schools up here come down here to shop.
Thank you, John. And it gets better. I'm gonna give you this, John. When you spoke on that, and what John was speaking on was this: if you ever understand, or if you have any kind of interest, the first football teams, when you talk about it, Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, the New York Giants, all these teams that he was talking about, a lot of these guys either worked in the farms or they worked in the factories. They played. And then not just that, you had a lot of war veterans that went off to Korea, Vietnam, World War I and II that played football. And that's going back to the All-American Football Conference. And if you ever get a chance to, and my thing was, I knew this before I went to go visit the NFL Hall of Fame. And my thing is, I'll be going back up there soon. But John, if you look back at it now, it's one of those things where you sit back and you just say, it's amazing that these teams that we talk about from back in the day have not changed their principles on understanding that you have to win the trenches to win ball games. Now, they might have not been the best teams at times in some seasons, but you knew you was going to be in a fight with these teams.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't like you, the Cleveland.
John, just think about it. I can tell you right now, like Mr. Larry Little, BirdCage alum, who we had an interview with on that undefeated Super Bowl team, Bethune-Cookman alum, got cut by the Chargers. This man, even though they were still undefeated playing for those Dolphin teams that were winning Super Bowls and going to the playoffs, John, this man was still working in the education system still during the season. You get a tough game, guess what? He back in school the next morning, hobbling and grading papers and doing what he was doing. He retired 2 years ago when we had him on, and Mr. Larry Little was a great guest. But like he said, we weren't getting the money that a lot of these guys were getting. We were playing for the love of the game, but it was a very tough game, and guys were a lot tougher now. I mean, tougher then than they are now, because look at the load management. A guy sprains a toe or a guy sprains an ankle, he's sitting out for 2-3 weeks.
Man, I just.
What's up, Zay? He said, said Link will evaluate Terry. He said Terry and Raheem after the season. What is there to evaluate? To me, I feel like this. Terry honestly needs to stay, because now that you gave him money, you're going to give him money. You see what he did in the drafts. All his guys that he's hit on at this point. Jalen Walker, JPJ, the safeties that we got. And then Dorless is coming around. The only one that truly has not hit has been Braylon Trice, because he can't touch the field because he's made of glass. Other than that, and Bertrand. Bertrand's the other one that didn't make it.
Yeah. And see my what I'm feeling here is that like I've always said, general manager goes out there and buys the groceries. You made the list, okay? Head coaches or whatever, because I really don't know how the hierarchy goes, but the way that it usually goes is that the general manager sets the direction for the team, hires a coach, the coach and he share a vision, and then y'all go shopping. All right, this is what you want. This is the person that you want that's going to fill this particular spot, this spot, or whatever. Okay, here you go. Now, your job as a general manager is to hold on and hope that the ingredients I bought you for a chocolate cake turns out to be a chocolate cake when it come out the oven. Okay, I bought you everything that you need in order to get what it is that you want. And same thing with the owner. Yeah. So, but here, man, we see the talent.
For you. I got some news for you. So how about now? Myles Garrett reposted this, but this is on X. Y'all can check it out. Zach Cohen literally just said it. The Atlanta Falcons as the 5th team that filed for uniform changes in 2026. So guess what? The Falcons are pretty much trying to get new uniforms.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
It's a strong possibility that this team is going to have new uniforms. But here's my thing. Them pretty new uniforms don't mean a damn thing if we can't win.
No.
Now if you get the red helmets permanently, John, if we go back to the red colors that we had back in the day with the Grits Blitz and them boys, I look, I'll be spending a lot of money. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. I'll be spending more money for that.
Man, I got so much Falcons stuff around here. Man, it's ridiculous.
And John, don't feel bad because I've been thinking about it. You know how much artwork I've made since you've known me since I started the show? How much artwork I've created for the Falcons? Like I've had so much artwork I've created myself and I've thrown it away. Like I'm getting ready to start selling stuff, but right now this ain't a good time to sell nothing.
Oh no, market depressed. The market is depressed, and I mean it's just to the point where you can't even talk about the Falcons among certain folk because it touches so bad of a nerve because of what we've been seeing. And we've got, oh man, like I said, we falling out the top of the ugly tree and we're going to hit every ugly branch before we hit the ground. And, didn't have a bye week to cushion it, to try to change something, to do something different. No, bye week way in the doggone beginning of the season. Man, I tell you. This is what really makes this just grate at your nerves so bad. This is the thing. And I'm looking at teams that have fallen down and come back during the 8 years that we have missed the playoffs. They've literally fallen down, rebuilt, retooled, reshuffled, whatever term you want to use, and come back, and we are just wallowing in the mud. We just wallowing in the doggone mud. And boy, well, it's just so frustrating.
All we need is just a noble effort tonight. Just don't embarrass the city. But John, we getting ready to shut this thing down, my guy. I'm gonna tell the folks where they can find you at, please.
You will find me at the Eye Test every Wednesday night on YouTube, Facebook. We might go over to Twitter or whatever, but the two platforms that we're using, we're fine with those, and you guys will be too when you tune in. We'll definitely talk about this one because we won't be playing on Sunday.
Nope. Appreciate you, John, for coming through, my guy. I'll have the halftime report as always. But tonight we're not doing the post-game show. We'll probably do the show tomorrow night at 8. So you can definitely come on in tomorrow night at 8 with us because we're going to get this thing popping tomorrow, talking about these birds after the night.
All right. I'll try to find some time. I'm headed down to the coast for about 3 days just to see how white the sand is.
Well, you know what? Perfect time to do it, my man. Perfect time to do it. But appreciate you for coming through, my guy. I definitely look forward to hollering at you again. And for those who are in the chat, thank you guys for coming through. We're going to have the show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live. We're not doing it tonight because it's going to probably be a little late, 11:30. Some people got to go to work, but then you got some folks that's just going to be up ready to go about it. But we're going to open the platform up to all fans tomorrow so y'all can tap in. And Big Larry, y'all also check out the Dixon Way. If you don't want to hear what the commentators are saying on television, y'all go ahead and check out the Dixon Way. He's calling the game as always. My brother is doing his thing. Y'all, please, please, please go support that channel and support this one too. So again, we appreciate you for tapping in with us for the pregame meal. And definitely thank you, Nando. And thank you, John, once again for coming in, man. I will catch you guys at halftime with the halftime report. Y'all be blessed and rise the hell up. Go Falcons. Ghosts.